Rock and Roll Geek Show 1190.
Still rocking after all these years.
This is the story of my rock and roll butler.
This is it, the show that started it all. Often imitated, but never equal. From San Francisco, USA. Online since 2004. It's the one and only Rock and Roll Geek Show. With the original Rock and Roll Geek, Michael Butler.
Welcome to the Rock and Roll Geek Show. My name's Michael Butler. Thanks a lot for joining me. I really appreciate it. Today is Saturday, February 4th, 2023, and it is 6:11 p.m. when I'm recording this episode. I am back in San Francisco after a little over a week up in the mountains, and boy, was it nice. I did two podcasts while I was up there. I did the one with Sven. We debuted the new song that I had a hand in, and then I did the bonus episode of Steve Vai and the Gashman album. And now I'm back. Other than doing those two podcasts, I really just hung out in the woods, walked the dogs, chased squirrels around, although I didn't see many squirrels because it was about 30 degrees the entire time, so the squirrels were all hunkered down. But I just enjoyed the time with the dogs and in the woods, and enjoyed the time with the wife, and just had a nice relaxing week and a half, or a little over a week. And now I'm back in San Francisco because I got to go back to work. But I got bills to pay, as they say. Today has been a little bit of I woke up on a decent side of the bed, and then the day just once I checked my emails and stuff, the day kind of took a southward turn, I guess you could say. So I figured tonight, I'll talk about that after I play a song. I figured tonight, though, I will just play some music and see where the night takes us. It'd probably be mostly music because I don't have that much rock news to talk about, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. Maybe I might get around to a track by track tonight. We'll also see about that. It just depends how the night takes me. But before I talk about all that and get into the rest of the music and stuff, let's start off with a song. This was sent to me by Sven. Speaking of Sven from Torpedo Head, this is a band called the Loyal Cheaters. The singer in this band is from where he lives in Frankfurt, Germany, and I'd never heard of this band, and I don't think they're a very big band. They're kind of what do you call it? A band starting out? I don't know. They're just a club band, but I really like this song a lot, and I'm going to look into more of this band. They're called the Loyal Cheaters. They have a girl singer who's really cute, and she rocks out pretty good on stage, and she looks cool too, and plays a Gibson Explorer. All right, here's the Loyal Cheaters. This song is called No Saturday Nights. I'm playing this from the YouTube, so I'm not sure if I'm going to have to sit through ads or whatever. Here we go.
We've been talking
there you go. Loyal cheaters. From Frankfurt, Germany. Okay. So I guess I'll tell you why the day kind of got off on a bad note. If you're on the Rock and Roll Geek Facebook group, you probably already know. But so Joe Pawlak, I believe it was Joe Pawlak, posted this on the Facebook group yesterday. Was it yesterday? No, probably the day before yesterday. An announcement from Guernica, I don't know how you pronounce her name, but the singer for Thundermother. And it said, important announcement. It is with a heavy heart that we are writing this. Can you hear myself? Let me turn this up. It's with a heavy heart that we are writing this. Philippa, who's the guitar player for Thundermother, has made the decision that Guernica's time in Thundermother is over. So the guitar player fired the singer. Because of this and the lack of agreement regarding the decision-making process in the band, Emily and Mona have decided to leave Thundermother as well. So the guitar player, Philippa, fired Guernica, who's, I know I'm pronouncing her name wrong. And so the other two people, the drummer and the bass player, said, well, she didn't consult us. We're quitting too. So now Philippa is without a band. So here, we'll continue reading here. Philippa will continue with a new Thundermother lineup. Guernica, Emily, and Mona will continue playing music together and are forming a new band. To all the people who have been part of this journey, Guernica, Emily, and Mona want to say thank you for the support. We love you all. We are so grateful for everything that we've experienced with Thundermother and hope you will support our separate journeys. We understand how hard it is to read this. This is by far one of the toughest decisions we've had to... I can't read. This is by far one of the toughest situations we've had to go through, and right now we are mourning the loss of a big part of our lives. We humbly ask you to be kind and respectful. Thank you for your understanding. Signed, Emily, Mona, and Guernica. I saw Thundermother open for the Scorpions. I was sitting with Ralph Miller, friend of the show and friend of mine, and I was supposed to interview them before the show, and they kind of flaked on me as they have before, and yeah, but they were good. I enjoyed them, and as you know, I gave their album very high marks. I give it a 13 out of 12, which is an unheard of. Never before in the history of the Rock and Roll Geek Show has such a high score been given for an album. They were, I think I gave them they were either 1 or 2 on the top 10 of 2022 on the Rock and Roll Geek, what do you call it? Top albums of 2022. So anyway, get onto the Thundermother page. I'm surprised because they had a tour. They had a spring and summer tour booked, or a tour booked in May with Scorpions in Europe. So Scorpions must have loved them and decided to bring them out in Europe. Now I don't know if Scorpions knows that they don't have the rest of the band or not. From the official Thundermother press announcement, the last year has been full of adventures, new impressions, and we have made memories that will last forever. Unfortunately, our journey ends in the constellation known to you until today, and a new chapter will be written for Thundermother, with both old familiar and new faces, and for sure a lot more adventures and memories to come. Okay. After 7 years of being together, we unfortunately came to the decision that our paths lead in different directions. Guernica, Mona, and Emily will focus on their own careers, and I wish them nothing but the best of luck. Okay. So there it goes on. She goes right to more things. And so I'm reading, there's a big, long thread. There's a whole bunch of people commented on the Facebook group, which I did not create, but I do approve people, et cetera, et cetera. And Kirk Crawford said, we need to get Butler on the case. He needs to get these girls on the show and ask the hard questions or something like that. So I thought, well, you know, they've blown me off before and they'll blow me off again. But what doesn't hurt to try, I'll send them both a Facebook message. So I got on Philippa's Facebook and said, hey, you want to come on you ready to do that interview? You said you want to do an interview. Now's the time. You want to come on this weekend? Just left that at be, you know, I put the feelers out to her. Then I got on Guernica's Facebook and sent her a message. and asked her if she'd like to come on. And I said, okay, that's it. And I got on the Facebook group and said, all right, I'll put the feelers out there, not holding my breath. We'll see what happens. So I woke up the next morning. I get ready to go to work, and I get on the computer and check all my emails and things. And I got 2 Facebook messages, one from Wernicke and one from Philippa, both saying, yes, I would love to come on. Sure, absolutely. When do you want to do it? I was like, wow, they got back to me. I couldn't believe it. I said, well, let's do it this weekend, please. So Wernicke responds back to that, like almost immediately, saying, okay, send me a list of the questions that you're going to ask me. And maybe I can send you a voicemail with the answers to the questions. And I'm like, oh boy, here we go. I never have a list of questions usually, by the way. And I was just, I responded, well, the show's pretty much just a conversation. We just talk. And I don't really have any specific questions. We talk a little bit of rock, and I talk about the new lineup. And she goes, well, maybe next week. I was like, next week? Nobody's going to care about next week. I wanted to find out now. I mean, the thing is fresh in the news. Who knows? Eddie Trunk could get a hold of him by next week. And then this will be old news, and, it'd be nice to have an exclusive, especially since I'm probably, of all the people in the United States, I'm probably the one who's been singing their praises more than anybody, at least any other podcast or radio station or anything like that. So we went back and forth, and finally she agreed. I said, listen. I didn't say listen, but I said, hey, don't worry. I won't be rude or anything. And if you feel that for any reason that this interview did not go well, let me know, and I won't post a thing. And I'm a person who keeps my word, which is true, by the way. I tell somebody I'm going to do something, I do it. I don't lie. And I'm not looking to throw anybody under the bus or anything. So we go back and forth, and she goes, okay, tomorrow, let's do tomorrow at, what'd she say? 1700 CET or something like that, which is 8 o'clock a.m., which is 5 p.m. I had to do a search to see what 1700 was. It's military time. That's 5 p.m. And San Francisco time would have been 8 o'clock in the morning. I said, all right. And so we went, and she gave the thumbs up. Okay, talk to you tomorrow. Talk to you on Saturday. Everything, okay, great. And then Wernicke, I messaged her, and we go back and forth. And I said the same thing to her. Listen, if you're not comfortable with this interview, we'll only go 15, 20 minutes. I won't take too much of your time up. And if you're not happy with it, just let me know, and I promise I won't post it. And I'm a man of my word. So Wernicke lined up and I said, are you free on Saturday? And she goes, oh, unfortunately, I'm not. And I go, oh boy, here we go again. And then finally, I got her to agree to come on Sunday, which is tomorrow at 11 o'clock my time. I'm not sure what time that is her time, but it's probably 8 o'clock at night or something like that. So okay, so this morning, last night I'm sleeping and dreaming about how this day is going to go. What I'm going to talk, what I'm going to ask Philippa, because it's 8 o'clock in the morning, and I'm not used to doing interviews at 8 in the morning, and it's been a while since I've done an interview, and I thought, well, this will be the people on the Rock and Roll Geek Show, the friends of the show, would probably like to hear this, and it'd be a nice little exclusive for the Rock and Roll Geek Show. Anyway, so I messaged Philippa at about 6 in the morning, before I go up to make myself some breakfast. I said, I'll talk to you in an hour and a half, and after I finish my breakfast, I get a message from her. Gotta cancel. Let's talk. Gotta cancel. Let's talk. Let's see. Maybe we can do it next week. And I'm like, oh my God. And it just ruined my fucking day. It just completely ruined my day. And I'm thinking, this chick is fucking just disrespecting me so bad. Reminds me of the time that Michael Grant, was a no-show. And, okay, it's a little podcast. It's not the littlest podcast. We got a fairly good community here, and And I said, can't you give me 15 minutes? And she, no response. And I said something like, I've been the biggest supporter in the States of Thundermother, and good luck with your career, something like that. And she goes, well, I'm going to a record. I don't know. She came back and had some snarky comment, and I just said, be careful who you disrespect on your way up. And that was where I left it. And she kept sending more messages, and she was pissed off at this point. Now, at this point, she hates my guts. And at this point, I don't give a shit. So the Thundermother interview for today was canceled. I'm still scheduled to talk to Guernica tomorrow, but at this point, if she blows me off, I really don't care. I'm over this story. Clearly, the girl and the guitar player, it's her band. She can do what she wants. Do I think she made a mistake getting rid of that singer? Yeah, I kind of do. But what do I know? I'm just a guy in the United States who thought that last album was great and the album before that was great. So we'll see if Guernica talks to me tomorrow. And I'm not gonna. I'm thinking, when I'm gonna do these interviews, I'm thinking I gotta play this thing very calmly and with kid gloves because I do not want to offend them. Tomorrow, fuck it. It's all on the table. If she does not blow me off, I'm going in for the kill. No, I'm gonna be nice. I will be nice, but I'm not gonna ass kiss. So we'll see what happens. Don't hold your breath, friends. But we'll see what Guernica has to say if she does come on tomorrow, and if she doesn't. By the way, you'll never hear Thundermother on the Rock and Roll Geek Show again. I've done enough of kissing that band's ass. All right, there you go. Sorry to bring the show down, friends, but that's why I had a bad day. So I figured, what better way to get over your bad day than to do a little cooking. I did some cooking today, made some manicotti, and just had dinner. It was nice to cook. Cooking puts me in a better mood, and spent some quality time with the dogs. And what other better way to get over my bad mood than to just turn on the microphone and spin some rock and roll. So that's what I'm going to do tonight, friends, is play some rock. All right, let's play another song since we're playing rock. Let's see. Let me find my playlist here. The Rock and Roll Geek playlist. Okay. All right. There's a brand new Ian Hunter album coming out. I thought about doing a Greatness of Ian Hunter, and I may do that next week, or may do that this week, a Greatness of Ian Hunter, because I don't think I've gone into a lot about how much I love Ian Hunter. He's got a new album out called, I'm going to pull up it. It's called Defiance Part 1. The new album by rock and roll icon Ian Hunter. This is from IanHunter.com. The new album by rock and roll icon Ian Hunter sees collaborations from late, great Jeff Beck, Johnny Depp, Joe Elliott from Def Leppard, Billy Gibbons from ZZ Top, Taylor Hawkins, Duff McKagan, Todd Rundgren, Slash, Jeff Tweedy from Wilco, Robert Trujillo from Metallica, Waddy Wachtel from Stevie Nicks and Keith Richards, Brad Whitford of Aerosmith, Dane Clark, who's in John Mellencamp's band, Billy Bob Thornton and J.D. Andrew from the Boxmasters, Dean DeLeo and some of the guys from Stone Temple Pilots. There's 10 songs on it. Songs are Defiance, Bed of Roses, No Hard Feelings, Pavla. Okay. I've said okay probably 4 times, and we're only 20 minutes into this, so I'm going to take a sip of this fine. I'm drinking Modelo tonight. I need to reset the voice here. I am looking forward to the new Ian Hunter. The guy is 83 years old. And this new song is called Bed of Roses, which features Mike Campbell from, I think Mike Campbell's on this. He doesn't promote him on that little intro that I just said, but yes, Bed of Roses features Ringo Starr and Mike Campbell. The guy's 83 years old. This song is a quality song. 83 years old, and this motherfucker's still writing great music. All right, here's brand new Ian Hunter. It's called Bed of Roses.
love was born, a fallout shelter from the storm. And I was proud to be a thorn in the bed of roses. You can never go back, so they say. And it's a bag now anyway, but I can still feel it like yesterday. The bed of roses, and the lamp swings side to side. The lamp swings side to side. Local gangsters and their weekend brides in the bed of roses. And the band played all night long. The band played all night long. The silver bugs and Sheridan down the bed of roses. All right.
There you go. The guy's 83 years old. Still putting out great music. Man, he had so much good music he's put out. I saw Hunter Ronson when I first moved out to San Francisco in about 1989, probably about 1990 when I saw Hunter Ronson at a place called The Stone in San Francisco. Man, it was great. That's the only time I've ever seen Ian Hunter. He was playing at the Fillmore on the same night that the Butlers had a gig at the Great American Music Hall. He was playing at the Fillmore. Butlers had a gig at Great American Music Hall. I thought about trying to catch Ian Hunter and then rushing over to do the gig, but I thought maybe I'd miss the Butlers gig, so I did not go. But his last album, I think the last album was Fingers Crossed. I could be wrong on that. It's the latest album that I have from him, and it's got great songs on it. That guy can. I'm gonna probably have to do a greatness of Ian Hunter this week. I like that song. Hopefully the rest of the albums got good songs like that on it. All right, before we continue, there's all right again. That's the word of the night is all right. So every time you hear me say that, have a drink, friends. Let me take another sip of this fine Modelo. I'm almost out of this thing, so I'm gonna probably have to get another one real soon. Let's thank some people who donated to the Rock and Roll Geek Show. It's going to be a short donation segment because the donations are falling off, friends. It's a value for value, so that either tells me that there is no value in this to many people anymore, or I don't know. Maybe the show sucks now. I don't know, or maybe everybody's just broke. I don't know, but I'm going to continue on, friends. I want to thank the people who did donate to the Rock and Roll Geek Show. Let me see if I can find... All right, let's play in the background Brand New Winery Dogs. People have been saying that they like this album, so I have not heard it. I just now got... somebody sent it to me, and I just now added it to the iTunes. Let's... Oh, boy. All right, as you know, there are several ways you can donate to the Rock and Roll Geek Show. It's your show, friends. You produce this show, and you're supporting the show with your donations. Pull up the donor list. Patreon.com/RNRGeek. Joe Pawlak, my bodyguard, $16.66. Dan Gerawan, $15. Tim Schall, $15. Kirk Crawford, $12.77. Fred and Ginny Bunke, $10. Joseph Coyne, $10. Michael Street, $7.50. Dave Slusher, Podcast Hall of Famer, $5.55. Do the right thing, Dave Slusher. I don't think he's listening anymore, but if he is, please do the right thing, Dave Slusher. Brad Schultz, $5. Brad Shick, $5. Brian Springer, $5. Chiaki Hinohara of the Japanese Metalhead Show and Metal Movement Podcast. Welcome back to the country, Chiaki. Let's have dinner, friend. Danny Borden, $5 shitty dude donation. Eric Klein, $5. Grand Farquhar, $5. Hava FX, $5. James Shapiro, $5. Jamie Jefford, $5. John Scott, writer of the great Tom Petty and Me book. A friend of his who just wrote a book reached out to me wanting to come on the Rock and Roll Geek show. That's when I'm going to... Let me put this lower in the background. That's another thing that why people say, why don't you do many interviews? Well, when I reach out to people and try to do interviews, sometimes I feel disrespected if they say no, and it makes my very fragile insecurities about, is that fragile insecurities? I'm very insecure, and it makes me think that I'm a failure if they turn me down. So, but I like it when people reach out to me to want to come on the Rock and Roll Geek show. And he recommended me to another woman who wrote a book who was in radio, and I'm going to read her book and maybe I'll have her come on. But John Scott told her that it was the funnest interview he's ever done. So thank you, John Scott, and thank you for the donation. Justin Lefkowitz, $5. Martin Clawley, $5. Mike Brown, one of my oldest friends, $5. Nadi Itani, $5. Paul Smith, $5. Robert Harvey, $5. Steve T. Steve Trice, $5. Ted Wilbrecht, $5. Mike Hellier, £4. Mike Dixon, $3. Chad Burns, $2.50. Paul Rube, $2.25. Adrian Boschon, Bosch Rock on the Rock and Roll Geek Facebook group, which I did not create, but I do approve people, so you just got to answer 2 questions so that I know you're not one of those people flying balloons over the country to spy on the Rock and Roll Geek friends. Amy Bowen, $2. Bruce McMillan, $2. Eric Stowell, $2. Patrick Shanahan, $2. Paul Underwood, maker of Underwood Fine Barbecue Sauce, $2. Eric the Rock and Roll Plebe, $142. And thanks for the Duke's Mayo, Eric Rock and Roll Plebe. 3 Legs, 4 Wheels, $1. Arnie Stash, $1. Corey Cola, $1. Mark Mazet, $1. That's all the Patreon donors. Thank you, friends. All right, how about another song? How about, let's try Breakthrough. I'm going to reach over here and grab another beer while this starts.
I can look into your eyes. I don't want to lose myself. I want to succumb to temptation.
All right, opening up to Modelo number 3 of the day. This song's not bad. Thank you to the people who donated on PayPal. Kirk Crawford, $50. Thank you for the $50 donation, Kirk Crawford. You saved the show this month. Douglas Free, $20. Jason Gherkin, $20 Martian Vikings rule donation. Richard Strom, $20. Dave Franco, $20. All right, I'm going to see if I get his name right this time. Stephen LaPerriere. Stephen LaPerriere, $20. Thank you, Stephen. Dave Jackson in the School of Podcasting, $10. Jeff and Sherry Thielelicky, $10. Todd Cunningham, friend of the show and friend of mine, $10. James Venners, $10. Blake Johnson, $10. BJ Lisco, $10. Jason Shepard, $10. Ralph Miller, friend of the show and friend of mine, $10. Richard Fusey with a $9.99 Vigash donation. I did that bonus episode for Richard Fusey. He also came in with another $9.99 donation. Thank you, Richard Fusey. A twofer. Jennifer Wilbrecht, $5. John Offenlock, $5. Brett Garsky, $5. Christopher Del Grande, $5. Robert Scott, $5. Jace Lesniewski, $5. Benjamin Muller, $5. John Tennis, $5. Greg Long, $5. Eric Lintz, $5. Dale Roller, $5. Peter Spark, $5. Andrew Howe, $5. Brian Gradage, $2. Vincent Creamy, $2. Kai Matsuda, $2. William Moffat, $2. Lassie Sadvethagen, $2. Stephen Mascor, $2. Deborah Dreyfus, if that's your real name, $2. Philip Vermeulen, $2. Chad Kiffmeyer, $2. Adam Brichet, $2. Adam Gerstein, $2. And Dave Alexander, $2. Thank you to everybody who supports the Rock and Roll Geek Show. It means the world to me, friends. One, that you listen. Two, that you care enough, that you get enough value out of the show to make a donation. Because, as you know, without your donations, this show would die a horrible, putrid, stench-filled death. Go to rockandrollgeek.com. There are two donate buttons on the top of the page, one on each side, in case you can't find it. That'll tell you the ways you can support the show. Thank you, friends. I take a sip of this fine Modelo to everybody who supports the Rock and Roll Geek Show. Without your donations, this show would die a horrible, putrid, stench-filled, getting shot down over the Atlantic Ocean kind of death. Let this song play out. There you go. That song was surprisingly not bad. I don't know how the rest of the album was. The first song that I played was a little bit jazzy fusion-y for me, but that song that I just played I like. I get an email from I get press releases, as most podcasters probably do. Pardon me, I'm burping up this fine Modelo. From a guy who has a PR company. His name is Chad Cornies. CC Voltage releases new single Berliner Pilsner on Snap Records. Greetings, I'm sending along the new CC Voltage. By the way, this guy Chad sends me a lot of good stuff. He's the one that lined up the Billy Hopeless interview, and he sent me the new Black Halos album. Greetings, I'm sending along the new CC Voltage double-sided single Berlin Pilsner, back with Bummer Party on Auslander Music and on 7-inch vinyl via Spain's Snap Records. This garage pop gem has an international cast of guests and will please fans of Bad Nerves, Wine Lips, Les Luders, MC5, The Sweet, and Cheap Trick alike. We'd be thrilled if you consider sharing this songs with your listeners and helping us build the buzz. This is a guy named CC Voltage, which turns out is actually Chad, the guy who runs his PR company. So this is his song. He also played, it turned out CC Voltage also at one time played in Black Halos as well. Let's see, Vancouver-based songwriter CC Voltage is just now, blah, 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 blah. Okay, this was originally entered in to try to, the Take two, Butler. This beer company called Berliner Pilsner was doing a contest to try to find a theme song for their beer. And CC Voltage recorded this song and sent it to the beer company, and he never heard back, but I think it's a decent song. He sent me two songs, so let me find both. Okay, Berliner. Yeah, I'm going to play Berliner Pilsner. This was sent to the beer company as a commercial, but they rejected it. They didn't even reject it. They just didn't even respond. But I like it. Here's brand new CC Voltage called Berliner Pilsner. Berliner Pilsner. I'll join you, Berliner Pilsner. Wait a minute. Wait a minute, hear that? He stole my line. He's doing my move. First of all, I'll take a sip. All right, take it away, C. Hit it, Cece. All right, there you go. CC Voltage, Berliner Pilsner. Just playing this show by ear, friends. Just going to take it as it comes and see how long I can last. I think I will wait till maybe later in the week to do the. I have the new Uriah Heep. I'm thinking of doing a track by track on the new White Reaper to do a track by track on. I thought about doing that tonight, but maybe I'll wait on that one. A Greatness of Ian Hunter. Who else do I have a new album? Ginger came out with a new punk rock album, which I bought on Friday. It's called Teeth. Got that. Let's see what else came out. The new Black Star Riders. Got that. Jeff Beck and Johnny Depp has a new album out. I could do a track. Lots of things I could be doing. But tonight I'm just feeling like just playing music and just talking until I feel like until I don't want to talk anymore. And thank you for indulging me, friends. I really appreciate it. I watched a interesting documentary on YouTube. Blake Johnson posted this on the Facebook group. It's called "I'm Too Old for This Shit: A Heavy Metal Fairy Tale." You can watch it free on YouTube. pretty kind of heartwarming. It's about this band from Florida. Florida had this. They were out from like the suburbs of Tampa, Florida. I forget what they're called, the Brandon, Florida or something. That's the west coast of Florida. I'm from Jacksonville, and this band was called Siren. There was a heavy metal scene in Tampa. Nasty Savage, I think Savatage might have been from Tampa as well. There was a heavy metal scene. There was also a metal scene in Jacksonville, Florida. And this band called Siren reminded me of just about every metal band that was playing when I was in Stevie Sletta. We kind of found humor in these metal bands. Although we were friends with all of them, some of them were better than others. And Siren was this band from Brandon. I had never heard of Siren, but they tried to get a record deal, and they were one of those bands, and nothing ever happened. They sent out demos, and the band broke up like every other band did back then. And somebody from I think it was Germany. Somebody from a European country was putting together like an underground metal festival and wanted Siren to reform and fly out, and they were going to fly them out to Germany to play this festival. And all the guys from Siren had all quit playing or moved on with their lives, had kids, families, or whatever. And so the drummer reunited the band to bring them out to Germany. And this documentary, they documented the whole thing as they were going along, and this shows the journey from trying to reform the band all the way to the gig playing this festival. And it's pretty interesting. The band, all honesty, the band pretty much sucks. The band's not good at all, at least in my opinion. But it's an interesting documentary. It's a little bit heartwarming, and you see these guys are living their, this is their dream come true to play this festival for one gig. They're like, I can't believe we finally realizing our dream. We've finally made it. And it's kind of interesting to see that happen for, guys who moved on with, who are, washed up, let's say. And they get to relive their dream, and you see their trials and tribulations of rehearsing and playing a warm-up gig and going all the way to Germany and playing. I recommend it. It doesn't cost any money. It's free on YouTube. It's called I'm Too Old for This Shit. Blake Johnson posted it. It's pretty good. I enjoyed it. There's a million of these bands like this. It could be a band in your town that tried to. It was generic heavy metal. Their songs were really ridiculous. And when they played the festival, I'm gonna give you a little what do you call it? When you blow it. Spoiler alert. That's what it is. I'll give you a little spoiler alert. When they do the gig on stage in Germany, the singer is so fucking ridiculous. He's got a broom. He comes on stage riding a broom, and he's got a big stupid witch's hat, and he looks absolutely ridiculous. The band is not good. They're not horrible, but the songs are generic, and it's kind of cheesy. But the movie's worth watching. It takes an hour and a half of your time, and it's worth watching. It's called I'm Too Old for This Shit, a heavy metal fairy tale on YouTube. I'll try to remember to post a link on the Rock and Roll Geek, or on at rockandrollgeek.com. If you scroll down far for like 3 days ago, Blake Johnson posted on the Rock and Roll Geek Facebook group. All right, what else do I want to play? I want to play some more music. How about, let's see here. Let me pull up the playlist. Do I have anything else on this playlist? I may not. How about, okay, oh yes, this is a band called Black Aces. Somebody on the Rock and Roll Geek Facebook group plays in this band. They're an Australian band. And I looked for the post. I can't find it. It's way down because there's so many good posts on Rock and Roll Geek Facebook group that you got to scroll way. You lose track. So this was probably about a week ago this post was made, and it takes forever to scroll down. And I don't remember this guy's name, but he's the guitar player for this band. And yeah, I like the tune. The band is called Black Aces. They're from Australia, I believe. And this song is called Too Young. Black Aces. All right, what else have we got here? Oh, the Rock and Roll Geek. The Rock and Roll Geek announced their nominees. The Rock and Roll Hall of Fame announced the nominees for 2023. This is getting... It's getting kind of redundant to talk about the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, but I might as well go through the list since we're here. Starting today, fans can cast their votes at vote.rockhall.com. The Rock and Roll Hall of Fame Foundation announced today the following nominees for the 2023 induction. All right, let's go through the list here. All right, and I'll give you my opinions about whether they should be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame or not. Kate Bush. All right, she's been around for a long time. Is she still alive? I'm guessing she is. The only song I know from Kate Bush is Running Up That Road, I'm Running Up That Hill, No Promises. I'm going to say probably not, although she might have been kind of influential back in the 80s, in the early 80s. So maybe not. Sheryl Crow. No. Sheryl Crow does not deserve to be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, in my opinion. Missy Elliott? Fuck no. 8 out of the 14 nominees are on the ballot for the first time, including Sheryl Crow, Missy Elliott. All right, those two can wait. Joy Division and New Order. Probably influential. I'm going to guess. Hold on. Do I think Kate Bush will get in? How many people get in? How many artists do get in? I don't know how many that they pick, so I don't know how we're going to narrow this down. Let's say 8. Oh, wait a minute. The top 5 artists selected by the public will comprise a fan's ballot. Okay. Does that mean only 5 get in? I don't remember. But do I think Kate Bush will get in? I'm going to say no. She's not going to get in this time. Sheryl Crow. Again, it's a TV show. They may put Sheryl Crow in. Missy Elliott. They probably won't put Missy Elliott in, but she's black. Isn't she black? I think she is. It's they might put Missy Elliott in just to play the race card. Iron Maiden. I think Iron Maiden definitely deserves to be in. I think they'll probably get in because I watched the show recently. The last year's inductions, and Judas Priest was a very popular inductee. And then they went over well on the TV show. So I'm going to guess that Iron Maiden will get in. And I don't know if they'll perform or not. Joy Division, New Order, I think they'll probably get in. They'll get the new wave vote. Cyndi Lauper, I think she'll probably get in. Do I think she deserves to get in? Maybe. I don't know. Maybe. George Michael. No. He's dead. He won't be performing. He might get in. Willie Nelson. And I'm saying everybody might get in, so they're going to put everybody in. So I got to say no to somebody. I'm going to say George Michael won't get in. I'm going to say Cyndi Lauper probably won't get in. Now, Cyndi Lauper, this is her first time being nominated too. George Michael, his first time. Willie Nelson. Does he deserve to be in? Well, if they put Dolly Parton in, she's not rock and roll. They put all these rap people in. Willie Nelson, I guess by that criteria, I guess he deserves to be in. But he has never written a rock and roll song, has he? I'm going to say no, he does not deserve to be in. Rage Against the Machine, fuck no. I know my friend Manitoba loves the guitar player. I forget his name. His name, Tom Morello. No, but I think they will definitely get in this time. Soundgarden, I think Soundgarden will get in. Do they deserve to be in? I guess if Nirvana's in and Pearl Jam, Soundgarden's just as good as them. The Spinners, I don't even know what the Spinners are. A Tribe Called Quest? Fuck no. The White Stripes? Fuck no. Can anybody name one White Stripes song? I can't. Finally, Warren Zevon. Finally, a name that deserves to be in. Warren Zevon. I am a huge Warren Zevon fan. He doesn't have really many hit songs, but the guy was iconic, and he was considered the songwriter's songwriter. Let's pull up some Warren Zevon here. Warren W. Okay, Warren Man's Dance, Warner Hodges, Warren Zevon. Classic Rock Magazine has 5 reasons why Warren Zevon should be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Here's 5 reasons that I think. All right. Here's reason number 1. As that guy says, come on! This song is fucking great.
Well, he went down to dinner in his Sunday best. Excitable boy, they all said. And he rubbed the pot roast all over his chest. Excitable boy, they all said. Well, he's just an excitable boy. He took in the 4 a.m. show at the Clark. Excitable boy, they all said.
I'm going to have a hard time not singing along, friends. Just humor me.
Well, he's just an excitable boy.
And it's got one of the greatest lines. He raped her and killed her and he took her home.
Little Susie to the junior prom. Excitable.
Here it comes.
They all said. And he raped her and killed her, then he took her home. Excitable boy, they all said. Well, he's just an excitable boy.
There's reason number 1. Here's reason number 2. As made famous by the great Linda Ronstadt.
I lay my head on the railroad track.
Come on!
The railroad don't run no more. Poor,
The guy's dead. He won't be able to perform.
poor, pitiful me.
Remember, he did a tour with R.E.M. as his backing band.
These young girls won't let me be.
Lord have mercy on me. Whoa!
Well, I met a girl in West Hollywood.
I ain't naming names.
Naming names. But she really worked me over good. She was just like Jesse James. She really worked me over good. She was a credit to her gender. She put me through some changes, Lord, sort of like a wearing blender. Poor, pitiful me. Poor, pitiful me.
All right, that's reason number 2. Here's reason number 3, as you all know this tune.
Through the streets of Soho in the rain. He was looking for the place called Lee Ho Fooks. Gonna get a big dish of beef chow mein. Ahoo, where was London? Ahoo.
All right, that's reason number 3. Here's reason number 4. So when he found out when the guy found out he had cancer.
The Russians too.
Oh man, kill this. All right, kill it. He found out he had cancer, and he decided to make an album. Before David Bowie made an album when he knew he was dying, Warren Zevon put out an album that he knew he was dying called, what's it called? The Wind? It was called The Wind, I think. Here he is on David Letterman, a clip from him on David Letterman after he announces that he had, or when it was just announced that he had cancer.
I guess a couple of months ago, we all learned that your life has changed radically, hasn't it?
You mean you heard about the flu?
Yeah, kind of about the flu.
Yeah. Well, that's true.
How did you learn about it, and what is it, and how have things been since?
What was the order of those questions again?
Entirely up to you.
He's already dying of lung cancer when he's on David Letterman.
Any way you want to
here.
field him.
How did I learn about it?
Yeah.
Well, first of all, let me say that I might have made a tactical error in not going to a physician for 20 years.
I see, all right.
It was one of those phobias that really didn't pay off. The only person that I ever go to is Dr. Stan. You know Dr. Stan, the dentist.
Oh, the
Dr.
dentist.
Stan
I know
Golden.
that. So you go to a dentist on a regular basis. You did.
Yeah, and I always said if he can't fix it, I'm screwed.
The guy's got a good sense of humor, even though he's dying. And that album that he put out, The Wind, good album, and it's a fucking tearjerker. I think every song's about him, about dying. Here's one of the songs. It's a fucking tearjerker, man. I hate to bring the show down with a death dedication.
Shadows are falling and I'm running out of breath.
So yes, Warren Zevon should definitely be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I did that Rock and Roll Hall of Fame bit just so I could talk about Warren Zevon, friends.
Keep me in your heart for a while. When you get up in the morning and you see that crazy sun, keep me in your heart for a while. There's a train leaving nightly called when all is said and done. Keep me in your heart for a while.
When this album came out in 2003, he died 2 weeks after the album came out.
Keep me in your heart for a while. Sometimes when you're doing simple things around the house, maybe you'll think of me and smile. You know I'm tied to you like the buttons on your blouse. Keep me in your heart for a while. Hold me in your thoughts, take me to your dreams, touch me as
All right, rest in peace, Warren Zevon. You are missed by me. And he's not listening to this show, but if he was, Warren Zevon, you are missed by Michael Butler.
and I will be right next to you. Engine drivers headed north to Pleasant Stream. Keep me in your heart for a while. These wheels keep turning, but they're running out of steam. Keep me in your heart for a while. Sha-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la. Keep me in your heart for a while. Sha-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la. Keep me in your heart for a while.
think they'll put Warren Zevon in. I think they'll pass him over this time. Although he deserves to be. He's one of the few people on that list who deserves to be in other than Iron Maiden. I really don't know if any of the rest of them kind of really deserve to be in. Be honest with you. I mean, Bad Company's not in. Come on. All right, friends. Let's play brand new Glenn Matlock. It's called Head on a Stick. I got to pull it up on the YouTube here. Hopefully not an ad's going to play.
Hey, now I gotta get this out there. I just got too much on my mind. Oh yeah, I gotta get this out there. Feel like the witness to a crime. So many minds out on vacation. I'll plead in ignorance is bliss. Y'all got ourselves a situation. How the hell has it all come to this? I'm maybe slow, but I can't call it out real quick. Ain't gonna let this go until someone's head on a stick. Oh yeah, if I could get a quarter from everybody that I see who try to tell me what I ought to be part of high society. Sure ain't no power gonna put you. Know what you see is what you guess. Guess what you don't know doesn't hurt you. But there are some things you should not forget. I may be slow, but boy, I caught it up real quick. Ain't gonna let this go until someone's head on a stick. Oh yeah. Don't see how this could be. There goes our finest hour. Don't see how this could be. That was once so sweet, can't turn so sour. Oh yeah, I gotta get this out there. I just got too much on my mind. Oh yeah, I gotta get this out there. Don't see no benefit in kind. I'm maybe slow, but boy, I caught it on real quick. Ain't gonna let this go till someone's head on a stake. Oh yeah. I'm maybe slow, but when it cuts into the quick, ain't gonna let this go till someone's. How can we let this go until the someone's? Just can't let this go until the someone's head on a stake. Oh. Ain't gonna let this go until the someone's. How can we let this go until the someone's? Just can't let this go until the someone's head on a stake. Oh, head on a stake. Nah, head on a stake. Oh, head on a stake. Oh yeah.
There you go. Brand new Glenn Matlock. The album is coming out April 28th. It's called It's called Consequences Coming. I think that's what it's called. Consequences Coming. I like Glenn Matlock. Those first two Glenn Matlock solo albums are really good. All right, friends. I think we're going to about wrap this thing up. I'm getting ready to go to bed. I need to get this thing posted, and I'm going to hit the sack. It's way past my bedtime. It's 7:30. All right, let's close out with a brand new. Well, I was going to do the White Reaper track by track, but I think I'll put that off too. Let's play a song from White Reaper, though. A lot of people are talking about this on the Rock and Roll Geek Facebook group, and people like it. I have all of their albums. This one is considerably more, I guess you almost want to say well, it's got punk parts in it. It's more. I guess it's more hard than the last one. The last ones were more pop. This one's got a lot more. It's got some pop, but it's got a lot of harder stuff on it. This song I'm going to play is the third song on the album. This is called Fog Machine. Thank you for listening to the Rock and Roll Geek Show, friends. I'll talk to you probably midweek, and we'll do a track. We'll do a, if all goes as planned, we'll do a greatness of Ian Hunter. Send me your favorite Ian Hunter songs. Either start a thread on the Rock and Roll Geek Facebook group or send me an email, rockandrollgeek@gmail.com, with your favorite Ian Hunter songs, and we'll geek out on the greatness of Ian Hunter. Mott the Hoople, you can be your Mott the Hoople tunes. You can be Hunter Ronson. You can be Ian Hunter solo. He has so many fucking good solo tunes, man. Send me your favorite Ian Hunter or your Ian Hunter stories or memories. rockandrollgeek@gmail.com, or go to the Facebook group it's just called the Rock and Roll Geek Facebook group. You'll find it, friends, if you're not already there. If you're not there, you should be. All right, I will talk to you soon. This is Fog Machine from White Reaper. Find the show, rockandrollgeek.com. Please, it's a value for value, friends. If you get any value out of this, please donate what you can, because donations are dropping like flies. And if the donations keep dropping lower, this show will die horrible. I may not be able to do a track by top 10 of 2023 because the show may die before then. Who knows? I certainly hope not, because I enjoy doing it. But if no one's listening, or if nobody's getting any value out of it, then what's the point? But some people are, so hopefully you do too. And if you do, please help me out, friends. I appreciate it. At this point, it's I'm hardly making beer money. All right, where was I? rockandrollgeek.com. It's a value for value. Where else? Notes. rockandrollgeek@gmail.com. I did that. I did. Find me on the Facebook, R&R Geek. You find me on the Twitter, R&R Geek. You find me on the Instagram, Rock and Roll Geek. Don't ask. Go to the Rock and Roll Geek Facebook group. I guess that's it. I've done it. Here's Fog Machine from White Reaper. I'll talk to you soon, friends.
It's a rock and roll geek train wreck.